This Mighty Networks review will show you powerful features that you can use to build vibrant, active online community using the Mighty Networks platform. I'm Marcia Chadley, a certified Mighty Networks expert. The Mighty Networks team asked me if I would share some of my favorite features with you. What I'm about to share and what I'm going to say are totally my choice and my opinion. We're going to start by looking at the features that really enable and empower members to interact with each other and to get the results and transformation that you're providing through your community. Then we're going to look at how you can sell standalone courses or provide webinars or other things that you want to do outside the community. We'll follow up and end the video by looking at some of the great Mighty Networks features that enable us as hosts to build powerful online communities and courses. So let's dive in. In this video, we'll be looking at examples, real-life examples from my network, the CLC neighborhood. It's been going for over 5 years. The members of the CLC neighborhood are Mighty Network hosts, solopreneurs, small business owners, and organizations and teams who are looking to keep up with Mighty Network features as well as create vibrant and active Mighty Networks. We're going to first look at it as a member of Success Partners, my paid community of practice. When someone purchases Success Partners, they have the choice of 2 different subscription options. As a Mighty Network host, you can decide which interval you want to charge for your subscriptions, from weeks to quarterly to yearly and other choices. This is what a new member sees when they join Success Partners. There's a navigation bar on the left, nice and simple with just a few spaces in it. They could move around in there. They're seeing Success Partner space in the activity feed where they can post and read things. What I want you to really notice is on the right. There's a welcome checklist. This is a built-in Mighty Networks feature that you as the host can set up an order so that you can walk your new members easily through the things that will help them quickly get results and also get to know your Mighty Network, your online community, and connect with the other people there. Let's take a look at the first thing on the list, your Quick Start Guide. The Quick Start Guide is a space that I set up using one space feature, the course space feature, and this is in the grid view so that you can see nice big pictures for each of the 5 steps that I want new members to take. You'll also notice that step 1 is unlocked, but the rest of the steps have this little lock icon showing that they're locked. As a member moves through each step, the next step will unlock for them. We're going to use this Quick Start Guide and the steps in it so that you can see not only what I want new members to know and be excited about, but the features that I think you're going to really be excited about in Mighty Networks. Step 1 invites a new member to look at the upcoming group calls. They can open an event post, easily RSVP, add it to their calendar. And the great thing about a Mighty Network event posts is they automatically translate to your own time zone. People can add comments and questions and find out what's going to be happening. Back in step 1, I'm going to click the button to mark it as complete. There's a message down here. I'm going to click on that. Here's an example I wanted to show you of a Mighty Networks automation. As a host, you can set up behind the scenes actions based on things that a member does. So here I've set up an automation so that when somebody completes the first step in their Quick Start Guide, they get this message from me, a direct private message, and they're able to message back to me and we can have a little bit of a conversation. Step 2 guides the new member into the activity feed in Success Partners and suggests that they post and look around. Their attention might get drawn to one of the fun multiple choice or other polls and questions. They haven't used any banners yet. What else is going on? Maybe there's an article they want to read. They can comment here. They can come back up to the top and ask a question about what they're working on. Step 2 also encourages a new member to look at the network inside the Mighty Network app. The app's an easy and quick way for your members to stay up with what you're doing inside your online community. Here you can tell that the app experience is a little bit different than on the browser. We're looking at the navigation bar and not seeing the space while we're in it. If we touch the space, we'll be inside looking at all the different things in Success Partners. And you can see across the top, I'm going to scroll that, the different space features inside the Success Partners space. With Mighty Networks, you can have multiple space features inside one space. Makes it really easy for people in the app to move back and forth between these different space features without having to go to the navigation bar. If we go back to the navigation bar, we can use that to move to a separate space, like the Quick Start here. Let's go back to step 2 and show that we've completed it. We're going to go back to using the browser because it's easier to see the Mighty Network features in a video when we're looking in the browser. Step 3 in the Quick Start guide is going to take the new member into their profile. I'd love you to see that and the different things that you can set up. As I joined the network, I added my profile picture. Now, a new member may want to add in a background picture. They may not. It'd be easy to add in a quick mini bio. And the member can scroll down, add in a personal link, a link to their LinkedIn, their social media. And then as a host, you can set up custom profile fields, things that you think other members might like to know about each other. And these are really easy for someone to fill in. Here I'm thinking about, okay, what will other Mighty Network hosts want to know that can help me connect with them and them connect with me? And I want to make sure my time zone and location are set. After filling out the profile, a new member is sent into the member list in Success Partners so they can start to get connected with the other people here. It's a really fun people magic feature. They can find out who other people are and what they do. They can even look further at their profile. And you can see here, when they open a profile, the similarities between themselves and the other member are shown, and they might decide they want to chat. So maybe they want to ask Andrea, how's MailChimp going for you? The People Explorer is a great way to chat with other new members and find out how they're getting results here in the network. Back to lesson 3, let's mark that as complete. Here's another fun automation, the Confetti pop-up. I set this to happen as soon as lesson 3 is completed, just to show that new member, I see what you're doing, and to let them know, hey, if you keep going, you're going to get a badge and an invitation to a secret space. The Mighty Networks automation feature is a really powerful way to help guide your members in the directions that you want to take, the ones that you know will help them get results. Step 4 shows a new member around the library of resources in the Success Partners space. It's easy to set up this kind of library of resources using the course space feature. Again, we're using the grid view here. You can add images, formatting, and videos, all kinds of different embeds to help share content with your members. Step 5 helps a new member know how to move forward now into being an active member. You'll notice there's a little 1 up here on the bell notification. Let's see what that is. We completed the Quick Start guide, and we got that new badge that we said we would get. I can click on the badge to find out more about it, and I can also see the other members who've gotten this badge. Giving a badge out is a really simple thing for you as a host, and it really excites your members. Now I see another notification in my bell list. I've been invited to join this week. Let's click on that. Here's the secret space that I've been invited to. Now this is another view of a course space feature. This is the list view instead of the grid view. And this is a really simple way for my new members to keep track of what they're doing inside the community every week. So they've already gone in and asked a question. We're going to mark that as complete. And as they move through this tracker every week, they can keep track of what they've already done. Maybe they sent a chat and have ideas of other things they like to do. Creating a tracker using the course space feature is another handy thing that you can do in your network. Let's go back to the welcome checklist. Look at the next item on the list. This is an article that helps a new member understand the gamification that you can set up in your Mighty Network. It's called Points and Recognition. You get to set this up based on your own network to help your members make progress. Members earn points in a variety of ways. Every day that they come into the network, they earn points. You can see this member already has 60 points. And they also earn points when you give them points. When a member opens up the article we just looked at from the welcome checklist, I have an automation set up to give them an extra 20 points. The idea with your points is not to hoard them and see who has the most points. The idea is to use them as currency to recognize other members. So if I'm looking at somebody who's posted in the Mighty Network, another member, maybe it's just a comment, I hover over that person, I can recognize them. So in this Mighty Network, for Mighty Network hosts, I have set up these 4 recognitions because I know they are things that will help the members become better hosts and have more successful Mighty Networks. So I might want to tell Lisa, this really sparked an idea with me, and let her know why. And then I can recognize her, and that recognition will get put into her profile. Mighty Networks points and recognition is really powerful gamification. It's not just busy work. You can actually set it up to help your members get results and create the culture that you want inside your Mighty Network. There's one last item in this welcome checklist. It's another space created using the course space feature in a list view to answer some of the frequently asked questions in the network. Now I'm going to go ahead and cross off the welcome checklist. All done. And this member is ready to get started. Members of Success Partners, like we were just looking at in my network, are full network members. They have access to the network-wide features like the welcome checklist, private messaging each other, and points and recognition. Sometimes it's handy to be able to offer a webinar or a course or some other kind of lead magnet to people that aren't full network members. You want it to be nice and simple for them to see and interact with what you're providing, and you don't necessarily want them to be able to private message other members of the network. This is a contained experience for them. This type of view of a network is called a limited membership plan. That's how you set it up in a Mighty Network, and I want to show you a couple of real-life examples in my Mighty Network. Here's a limited member view of my Happier New Members course. Nice and simple. You only see the course and the different steps that you can walk through. One of the powerful Mighty Network features that you can see being used here is the banner. You get to specify what audience sees a particular banner. This banner is set up to show to limited members in this particular space once they get halfway through. If this course has been helpful, they may want to know more about Success Partners, the paid area of my network. They can click this button to know more. Here's the Happier New Members space from a full network member perspective. This is a member of Success Partners. So along with seeing Happier New Member space and their other spaces from their membership, they see the custom navigation links in the bottom of the navigation bar. They can chat with any members of the network. If they hadn't finished the welcome checklist, that would be over here on the right. And they can also do network-wide things like give out recognitions. Here's an example providing a webinar using a limited membership plan. In this particular space, only the single event feature is turned on. Just like an event post, you can RSVP, you can add it to your calendar. There's a description of what's happening in the event. You can see who's going, and if the host has turned it on, you can comment and ask questions. So far, we've been looking at things from the member point of view and the great Mighty Network features that support them. Now let's look at the back end of a Mighty Network, my Mighty Network, and look at some of the hosting features that Mighty Networks gives us. The ability to ask people to answer questions when they purchase a plan, the ability to turn on or off approval, which you can base on those questions. You can take payment through the Mighty Networks platform or outside the platform, or have free plans. When you're taking payment through the Mighty Networks platform, you can set up a one-time payment if you want. You can set up for someone to be able to pay that on installments. You could set up a subscription. You could have one or more different intervals for your subscription renewals. On top of all that, you can have a free trial. You can set up promotion codes for purchases that are percentages or fixed amounts. We talked about badges, which are an external member visible way to mark members. You also have tags that you can use to mark your members and make segments within your network that members don't see. Tags are one of the different triggers that you can use with internal Mighty Networks automations. Tags are also great for segmenting your members into different audiences. When you create a promotional banner, you specify the segment of your members, an audience, that you want to see the banner and when you want them to see it. Tags and audiences are also one way to select members from your member list and to message them. Mighty Networks integrates directly with several different tools: Zoom, Stripe for payments, different marketing pixels, Kit for doing email, Google Analytics, some of the affiliate program tools. And for things that it doesn't integrate with directly, you can connect with Zapier. There are many tools and apps that you can embed directly into Mighty Networks: YouTube, Vimeo, podcast players. Mighty Networks embeds using the iFrame embed code. So if you have iFrame embed code, you can almost always embed it directly into your Mighty Network where it can be used without having to leave the platform. Mighty Networks Analytics, the Mighty Insights, give you behind-the-scenes visibility into what's happening where and even who's doing what. You can use the privacy and access features to set up behind-the-scenes areas for your team to collaborate, for using for general testing, and for archive and storage. That was a lot in a short amount of time. Thanks for sticking with me. I didn't even tell you about all of the features I use, and definitely not about the ones that were released between the time I filmed this video and when you watched it. Mighty Networks is a powerful platform, really great for creating active, vibrant online communities, and I hope you enjoy creating yours. If you're looking for more information about Mighty Networks, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and check out the video description for links about how to work with me, either privately or in Success Partners. Have fun with your Mighty Networks community.